Well, hello. This is Stephen Cuffey coming back to you today for my second live broadcast today. Um, I'm so wonderful to have decided to join me today. I believe on the live chat. I think the first person on live chat. I believe is going to come up on my iPad in just a minute. I believe I saw it on my computer as being Bitcoin Scott. And Bitcoin Scott, if you're the first one on live chat, I want to thank you again for being first today. You've been right on point today, brother, from California. You do awesome broadcast yourself. I want to thank little Kayla. If you're watching me today, little sweet 2-year-old, so great to see you. Okay? I'm back again for a live broadcast. All right. Okay, here we go. It's coming up on my iPad right now so I can see who's there with me. Okay. Let's see here. Hold on just a moment. I'm just trying to get this right for me here. Tell you, with technology. Okay, here we go. There you go. Okay. Let me see. Did I get the right one? Let me see. Hold on a minute. Okay, hold on. No, that's not right. I don't know what's going on here. But anyway, maybe they'll come up in just a minute. Thought I had the right one day. Okay, here we go. All right. Okay, let's just go right straight to the topic. For you today is called under construction. Again, under construction. And this is TBC Live Broadcast number 116. You know, as we go through our journey in the Billion Coin, we have went through some trials, tribulations, some few things as went through our journey. For those that particularly has been in the Billion Coin for as long as I have, which has been over a year. Particularly in 2017, we through a lot of transition where we had our old blockchain was a lot slower. It was like a clunk, a Bitcoin chain where we had some moments where we weren't actually, it just seemed like we just wasn't seem to be moving as fast forward as we wanted to. And then we had people coming into our community that were orphaned by people that sponsor. Their sponsor left, was believers of the Billion Coin, but left for whatever reason. Because see, some people want what they call an instant gratification. You know, if they some TBC and also got and developed millions and millions of dollars in their wallet, they want to know how can they get some of it out to help a hardship, financial hardship that they have. But when I talk about construction, under construction, while the coin is still developing, okay, we as members of the Billion Coin, we are still, meaning we're still developing in our knowledge. How do we gain our knowledge? Is through a few things in the Billion Coin, meaning the number one thing is become a student of the blog at blog.thebillioncoin.info. blog.thebillioncoin.info. So while we are all, see, I thought about this thing, and what helped me, this title on my Facebook page as Tyrone Cuffey. If you go down a little ways down the timeline, you'll see I posted a incredible sermon by Joel Osteen today called Under Construction, and I really want people to listen to it. It is awesome. Awesome. Everybody on the world should listen to this one. It's just that good. So I thought I'd use that same title for TBC because I consider us and us learning as much as we can. We are actually what? We're under construction as far as our development in terms of learning and to help just not us in our household, but to help people in poverty throughout the world. We come into Billion Coin and think we know it all. If we think we got it all on how to help someone, guess what? We don't. Not yet. What I have discovered that is so many, based on a collection of messages that I get from people all over the world, with the complaints I see on the Telegraph app, with the complaints that I've heard other member broadcasters say, tells me only one thing. We have quite a few people in the Billion Coin that need more guidance, need to learn more about our coin, need to become a student of blog and understand exactly what our admin is saying to us to apply to this to learning. So that tells me that we have quite a few people already in the Billion Coin that's under construction and the learning process. So we have to be mindful that we can't be too critical, because guess what? Everybody's not learning at the same time. Despite all the incredible information that admin puts in our blog, the videos they put in our blog, the content, everybody's not grasping it at the same time. As in, I said, one of my person on my team, he said to me about 3 weeks ago, I go over the blog, but I'm just not getting it. I said, what is it that you're not getting? Why don't you, after you read it, break it down sentence by sentence and see exactly what admin is saying to us, TBC administration is saying to us in that particular blog. The only person that should not be understanding the blog is a person that has a reading impediment. They've got something they cannot read very well. Maybe we have some people like that in the Billion Coin. Maybe they need a little bit more help. I've asked people to reach out to me if they need help. I'm not a help center. I'm not tech support, but I do know rather much about our coin because I study it steadily every day. So let us be cognizant of what our role is. Because if you don't know what the Billion Coin is, what it isn't, what our correct role it is, and what our correct role is not. Again, I'm going to say that again. If you don't know what the Billion Coin is, what it isn't, what your correct role is in it, and what your correct role is not. If you don't know those 4 things, you do not know Billion Coin. Did you hear what I just said? You do not know the Billion Coin. You know, which tells me you are under construction just like we are. See, there are different levels of knowing, different levels of thinking, different levels of knowledge. And what is happening is we have several people in the Billion Coin that's thinking something else because you're thinking about what you want to be instead of what it really is. It's not a bank, it's an investment you're making. You're making a purchase of $100 or more to be redeemed during our redemption period, which is the next one is in November. Every member should be going through that blog on a daily basis, at least 2 to 3 times per day, because these blogs come up on the blog at different times of the day and night. And you should just go through each one time. You study these blogs. Please don't think I'm not one that's not under construction. I'm still learning. Some people think, well, he knows so much about it. That doesn't mean I know everything. I'm still under construction. I'm still like an apprentice. Yet, some people think I am. Some people think I'm a great leader. But I'm still under construction. And so are you. If people are not happy on you as a leader, let them know that we are all in this together. We're all getting better over time. We're all building knowledge. We're all becoming more knowledgeable about the Billion Coin and the mission of us getting rid of poverty globally. Okay? Can I see anybody on our chat here? Let's see if it'll come up here. I'm hoping that that it'll come up here for me. Okay, here finally came up here. Okay. Crypto TBC, thank you so much for being here, John. Romeo, thank you so much for being here. I want to Romeo and your new person that you had there just became a part of our TBC community. As you may have noticed in the chat, I said if that person and their family needs my help, I'd be more than glad to help them in any way I can. I'm not trying to take a person off nobody's team. No, I'm not trying to do that. I just offer help to anybody that needs help out there. Okay? In the Billion Coin. So, Serenity TBC prayer word. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So, like I said before, let us make sure that we realize that we as members are still building, still getting more aware, still evolving. So we're still under construction in the terms of learning, and in terms of helping, and in terms of reaching out to those people out there. And as we bring people into our community, realize they're new. They're still learning. Okay? Everybody, guess what? You are still under construction in this whole TBC process. You're still learning as much as possible to move forward in your life, in this process, in your journey in TBC. And still, while you're going through this journey, day by day, in the Billion Coin, and seeing the development of this coin and what an impact it has on your work, your community, your household, and what effect it's having all over the world, with now over 3.2 million people and still growing. As our coin at almost $8.2 million per coin. Because what? We know that every time someone becomes a part of our community, a grain of gold is attached to that person. Is associated with that person. And if this grain of gold is $2, when we reach 1 billion people, that's 260 million, $260 billion US dollars per coin. And for those that's sitting on many of these coins, do you know what that means? A lot of millionaires will be created. That's why they call it the billion coin. It's called the billion coin for they didn't arrive at that name just by arriving at that name. As you know, we was associated with the euro until April 30th of this year, until they switched it, and now we're associated with a grain of gold, which is the smallest measurement of gold. There's no market-driven coin like Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Litecoin of those that's anywhere come close to what our only abundant-based coin called the billion coin. So let us remember, keep in mind, I never heard anyone use that word, that we're under construction as members of TBC. And surely those ones that's coming into our community new, they really under construction, meaning they are still learning the process. We're still learning the process. Because guess what? Every time admin gives us more information on that blog, that's more to learn, more to take in. We're taking in more information to use while we're following the system that I showed during my previous video today. That fast start system, that is the system to go by. See, as I asked that question earlier today, I knew that some people had not went down to the end, had not covered every outline of that system. Some people haven't even signed up everybody in their household. Yes, I did it. To people outside of my household, that's my relatives. So keep in mind, please keep in mind that our members, and we're bringing people that's joining our membership of this private membership of the Billion Coin. We are all learning, still learning, and we are all people of being under construction. Exactly. Bitcoin said TBC is what you make of it. Some people are in Billion Coin just how they run their lifestyle. They just sit down and do very much anything, thinking that I just purchase some TBC and just let it sit and let it grow. How are you developing as a person like that? Bitcoin was never meant. Bitcoin's different. You can do that with Bitcoin. You can then let it sit. You can do that with Bitcoin. But you're watching it dip and up and dip in value. While we're over here in abundance-based coin, we're seeing it just go up and up and up in value. Now, I realize that several of us are what? More and we're building a house. Like we're developing our coin. I thought in my mind, some people at maybe have one wall out, but maybe not have the other wall up yet. When I talk about that, I'm talking in terms of knowledge about what we're doing, keeping our mission right in front of the forefront as we go forward in the Billion Coin. Oh, thank you so much. The person on my team, LaShonda Williams, she's on my team. It's good to have her here from the. So we're all under construction. We're still learning the process of the billion coin, still developing as our admin continue to give us more information and more information and more information. We're still learning. So let us not be so hard on each other sometimes. That person didn't tell me this. That person didn't tell me that. Some people are not primed to be a leader at all. Remember that. Not everybody can be leaders. Not everybody can learn at the same capacity as others. Some people learn slower than others, faster than others. I mean, you see what I'm saying? So when I speak of under construction, I'm talking in terms of the learning process. Here, as it applies to TBC. Again, I'm gonna say for those that came up here later on my came up here on my live broadcast. Go to my Facebook link. Scroll down what you see under construction. You'll see the video link. You see Joe Osteen, and beside him you see under construction. Click on that and listen. Every single person on earth in English should watch this video. Wow, it was one of the best I've ever seen. If you see it for what it is. So I just took that. As I was listening to it, I was thinking about because I listened to it more than once. And I looked at that video today. I said, wow, that was powerful. Because we are learning doesn't mean that we are just lesser than a person to grasp the knowledge of the billion coin. It means we're just all in the process. Let's make sure that we are still learning and not giving up what we got golden in our hands. Do you understand what we have in our hands? And this person on my team, this person works all the time to make ends meet for her family. But she stay plugged in. She stay plugged into the billion coin. Now, not everybody on my team are broadcasters like me. For whatever reason, we cannot make anyone become a broadcaster. We can only plead to them become one. Because you're missing out some of the benefits of being a broadcaster. On the second hand, you're not doing yourself any justice just sitting back and allowing your TBC, water grow. We need to be out here. I'm looking at people like Romeo here. He talked about Overstock, one of the biggest online retailers. Very familiar. I'm very familiar, Romeo, of Overstock. He's already cut because the owner is into blockchain technology. This person understands where we're going. So Romeo is kind of like, I think of him as like a person. Guess what? He's doing some great things and some great ideas with our coin. He's talking to merchants. Just like my great family over in South Africa. Marianne Murphy and her son James Murphy. James Murphy spent 100% of TBC to buy an automobile over in South Africa. See, you never know who you may talk to, that person may just see the opportunity. But if you never open your mouth and talk to them, they will never know. believe a person like me or a few people on this live broadcast, several people, several businesses over this next year, of this year to next year, we're going to have some businesses that have gotten involved in the billion coin, and now using part of the billion coin as purchasing some of their product. I really believe that's going to happen. Because see, that's the whole plan. For our coins for use for goods and services worldwide. Just like they're starting to use over that they can use on Japan. They have accepted Bitcoin as this past year as just equal value as their yen, their national currency. And they use it exclusively throughout Tokyo, Japan. I think who was that? Over in Romania. You know, they're using Bitcoin. You can get Bitcoin very easily over there. And some of their shops, they got ATMs. Like they putting all Bitcoin ATMs all over the place. Can you imagine if they were doing that for our coin? But I'm not talking so much about an ATM. I'm just talking about the fact that you can use it for goods and services. So be mindful and think about how we can expand and use it for goods and services. But our admin, let me put a reminder in there. Our admin want us to be more cognizant of that we have to start making cash flow in our own household first. And I know why they're saying that. They want people to start making money. Not just a few, they want several, thousands. And the only way to do that is follow the system. Yes, you're still under construction. Just keep following the system. Or enroll in, and like I did, in Randy Wilson's cash flow coaching program. It's only $10 a week. Okay? Right. LaShonda said when I talk to people about they don't believe me. LaShonda, what I suggest you do is go on the blog and put on the fast start or put in a script, because they came out with a script that you can use. Maybe it's what you are saying to people. Okay? We got to watch what we're saying to people. Maybe what some people don't know what to say. You see my point? It's all about your, what did I say during one of my broadcasts? It's all about your approach. Maybe your approach is not correct. Now I deal with my people myself. That's something we have to talk about. But I'm just saying, maybe it's your approach. And then think about it. Maybe you're not talking to enough people. It's a numbers game out there. See, I was in a business that where word of mouth how they found about us. I built a team of over 100 people myself. So it can be done. Not everybody's going to believe in TBC. Remember what we said about this. TBC can be for everybody, but everybody's not right for the billion coin. So when a person don't believe in it, don't question it. The only reason they don't believe in it is because they're not willing to allow themselves to get the knowledge to take something in that can help them in their lifetime. They're blocking their blessings. They're getting in their own way. See, a lot of people got to get out of their own way. No one is blocking you. No one's keeping you from making money in TBC but you. If James, a perfect example on the blog today, if James Murphy could go out there and talk to a dealer that sells cars and in South Africa and buy an Audi, even though it's not a brand new one, he bought a used car, but he spent 100% TBC for it, That is an awesome, great accomplishment. I'm going to give him a hand clap. Way to go, James Murphy. If he can do it, so can you. So can anyone out there on this chat or that's out there. Y'all can do the same thing. Don't go talk to a big dealership. Talk to a mom and pop coffee shop or some smaller shops. Let's go in and have you ever heard of this thing called the Billion Coin? You got a few minutes? Or just start talking to them about anything. Just anything about what's going on in life. You know, how they doing, how's your business doing, whatever. Sometimes people will give you information about how things are going with them in their business, and you may feel like, they're not doing too well. They need some help. If you're just talking to one person, and y'all get a little good conversation going, people will give you all kind of information about them and their family. People often will tell you their needs. So remember, when we're talking to people, think about you still learning too. Okay. Thank you, John. I know you got to go because you maybe got to do another broadcast or whatever. But thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. See, people don't want to read. They don't want to study. They don't want to do that. They want part of the hold their hand to the promised land. They need to go back and understand that the world doesn't work around you. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. If Randy Wilson is a person that has made thousands and thousands of dollars, and since he's been in the Billion Coin, he is nothing special. He's just a nice guy that's willing to help many people. I'm no different. Bitcoin is no different. Crypto TBC is no different. Syringe and Romeo, Romeo's out there getting things done. To contact Overstop, a very big online store here in the US, because he did some research, find out the owner and what their philosophy is about. And he's into blockchain technology. So if he understands, that person understands Bitcoin, what that is for goods and services, perhaps he may start to understand how we got another coin called the Billion Coin. That's why you have to sharpen your skills, sharpen it. Sharpen those skills so you'll be able to explain to people what the Billion Coin really is and what it's all about. But realize one thing. Everybody that become a member of this private community have to be a member first before you can use it to any merchant, online business, anything like that. Now, I'm at the end of my live broadcast, but I wanted to just drive home about let's be mindful that we are all under construction and the Billion Coin. We're still learning, thinking, growing, whatever. We're still working towards getting better and better. Thank you so much, Paul Fisher. I know you just finished your live broadcast. I'm sorry I couldn't be there today, but thank you for being here. And for those that came in later, please, as I stop this broadcast, as I end it, please go back into the end and watch it. And please give me a thumbs up for those that haven't done so in that part. See what Bitcoin Scott says? He said, be a student of the blog and follow the blueprint cash flow system. Bingo. That's it. I shouldn't have to say any more. And the cash flow system is right in the blog. It's just people fail to follow, and then they want to complain that I can't do nothing with the coin, that I'm not making no money. I can't do this. I can't do that. You know one thing you're not going to be able to say? You can't say right now, for those that's in the TBC009.net wallet and that new network, which a lot of us are, you know what you're not going to be able to say? Oh, my transaction didn't go through. Because all transactions are going through at laser fast times. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Paul. Thank you for that positive encouragement. We got some great people on this live, on this chat that do great live broadcasts. Bitcoin Scott, Paul Fisher, Crypto TBC, you know, Romeo. These people do some awesome live broadcasting. And Sharen's the TBC Prayer War. Awesome, powerful broadcaster. Has anyone got any questions about anything before I end? I will be back tomorrow at the same time, or not this time, but at 3 o'clock my time. I'll be number 15 on the TBC today's schedule for tomorrow. So I want to thank everybody for being at this live broadcast. My little 2-year-old that was watching me named Kayla, she watches me all the time. And my special person and that's maybe watching at home or at this point in time, that's in Tennessee, and those in Tennessee that could be watching, I love you all. And it's just so great to have great people that's in this community of the Billion Coin. Thank you so much, Syringe, for telling people to click on the like button. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Bitcoin Scott, for being here. I hope that y'all understood what I was saying about that everybody here is under construction in the Billion Coin. That doesn't mean that we're not a finished product. The Billion Coin is not no product. We haven't even did our maximum enrollment of 1 billion members. When it hits 1 million members, that's it. We've reached our max. See, we believe this coin is going to be it's going to reach massive growth in the next year to 2 years. And I believe it's going to start before the end of this year. I believe we're going to see massive people going on board once it starts changing, doing massive transactions on our new network. Because when when you're doing several transactions a day, that means that people are coming up getting involved. Let's get out there and bring drones, just so many people. But while we're bringing these massive amounts of people, make sure everyone, one by one, you're training them the right way, you treat them the right way, you're explaining things the right way. If you are a leader in this, be a great leader. Okay? Again, thank you for all. I love all of you. Just make sure that you are plugged in this process. Don't give up. Because remember, I'm going to say this last thing. Remember what I always, if you're giving up on the Billion Coin, you're also giving up on you and your family. Remember that, okay? You're just not affecting you. You're affecting people around you. All right? With that said, it's been nice being with you today for my 2 broadcasts today, and I'll see you tomorrow at my usual time. Y'all have a nice one, and thank you all for being here.